They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 81 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. And the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Red, up. Blue. Switch.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They go play action with Trubisky. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
First down, Vikings.
You go tight.
They'll run on first down. Cook. Oh, what a juke into space. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Looking deep for Gabriel. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Take it at the 37. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 47-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First down, Minnesota.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Gun.
Cook. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here we go.
On third down, Cousins. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing here, Trubisky. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And it's 3rd down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
To throw, Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And down he'll go at the 25. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Let's go. Watch twist.
On first down, Abdullah. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Cousins from the gun on third. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And the return will stop right around the 25. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually it's... And he is in! Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 13-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 5 now. Cousins, he gets it here to Peak. 20! And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Again, it's Cook. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Watch the screen. Pass. 36.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. He's going to air one out. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 12 yards to go.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Pick me up. Here we go. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Lock in, lock in. Stop.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. On 1st down, it's Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, All you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On the run, Abdullah. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Amir Abdullah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now Cousins looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Vikings take over. Let's go, let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing here, Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check it back, check it back. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
On first down, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Jahan, 180. 59. Switch up, switch up. Hey, receiver.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
At the 44-yard line.
Jahan, 180. 59.
Again, it's Abdullah. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That one's on Garrett Bradbury, the first center taken back in April's draft. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Cook following the penalty. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They run it again with Cook. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. And oh no, they spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike it on 4th down and they will lose the football. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it. And
we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Vikings, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.